Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
I've been taking too many days off. Now I'm on the move, trying to save y'all. Woke up to the news, it's a blaze. Wishing death to fake Jews like I'm Adolf. And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he coming more fire, more fire. I ain't get no sleep cause of y'all. I promise you that y'all won't get no sleep cause of me. When a nigga lick his plate, that's when dogs eat. Find me with my lost sheep, setting fire to the streets as I speak. For whatever man's soul shall he reap. And my people was sold like some fucking raw meat. What you thought that I would let that slide? But you owe me. And I want your ass in chains, cracker get below me. Same to the Arabs, the Africans, Chinese, and Jewish man. Not cause of your skin, but you played a hand in my demise. Got rich off our lives and filled the world with lies. You preyed on the feeble minds, now you gotta pay the price. And you gon' pay with your life because your forefathers gone. Make amends with your sins, it's gon' get worse if you don't. Woe to the wicked who think that this shit is all just a joke. Pray for my bruise up in Cali cause it's up in smoke. Stole our identity, then you kept it all hidden. We didn't deserve the way you was dealing with us so differently. Didn't we have identity? Damn it, that's just a memory. But now we about to double the ante through our defendants. Taking too many days off, now I'm on the move, trying to save y'all. Woke up to the news, it's a blaze. Wishing death to fake Jews like I'm Adolf. And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give them more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he come with more fire, more fire. More fire, more fire, all praise to the most higher. In the name of the most Messiah, speak the truth, I ain't no liar. I can tell you a hoe by your sweet words, and I don't like it. True bitter, and it better bite you like Ventura, I'm on fire. I know, I sound like I'm losing it. I play to win, I'm nothing like these losing kids that rap about gangster shit. They know they never did. I keep it real, more authentic than average. I grew up with savages, been around the green where the cabbage is, but I never met a real nigga that's legit, cause a real nigga tell it how it really is, the Hebrew.
Your eyes were not playing tricks on you. NASA confirming at least 65 fireballs were seen across Florida skies just after sunset.
More fire, more fire.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dreams. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never let your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of war. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
I mean, you ain't gotta pay no price to buy no corners.
Since when do we buy corners? We take corners.
Man, you won't buy one way or another. Whether it's if the bodies we don't lost, or you're gonna lose. Time in the joint is behind us or ahead of us. I mean, you gonna get some shit in this game, but ain't shit for free. I mean, how many corners do they need? How much money can a nigga make?
More than a nigga can spend.
And then we ain't gonna be around to spend what we done made already.
Shit, I think I can be alone this long.
Yeah. Well, we here.
Yeah. I know a nigga murked his own man cause he was fucking on his bitch. He got booked, now she's sick. She out here sucking all these. Told my young boy to chill cause he was hit. And all these licks, now he resisted, now we 6 feet, he was thinking with his dick. Better hearken, youngin' man, I'm dropping gems, they call me old school. Gon' fed on the gram and who you shot and who you gon' shoot. 600 page indictment, nigga, what you gon' do? Up top with them lifers, you don't fight, all you do is shoot. I know them crackers mad as hell because they wanna see us dead. Plotting our demise, holding counsel just to stay ahead. This one was, this forever, we gon' paint them nations red. If you not under this banner, then you all dudes mad. Man, I'm from the trenches, they ain't know it, show us love. All we know is extensions and the way to throw a slug. We done made a move on you and we don't care who it was. On the gram, I saw my youngin' send a nigga up above. You would've thought me and the squad was fatigue, how we run shit. Better yet, that's all block. Better yet, that's all strip. My general said if it's not one West, then it's not legit. Fuck every crack, I'll go to their grave and go and take a piss. Mama, I'm the Israel, I'm pulling strings like Santana. Gotta peep the blitz because in that mixer, get bananas. I adapted to it. Right before the skis and wear bandanas. I'm the big bad wolf, come down your chimney like I'm Santa. Pussy niggas said that they was going slop, but they ain't do shit. Got a couple hammers in the ride, don't make me bang shit. Got a couple crackers on my mind, I'm trying to hang shit. Yeah, I'm in the field, I'm still pissed about the slave ships. Daniela got some big shit to make a rain flip. This pump turn you to an acrobat with these backflips. Mom said 12s at you questions, but not say shit. Mom said those neighbors at you questions, but not say shit. I'm true to this, ask your old head, I ain't new to this, I'm too legit. There's one West world and we running this, I'm gunning it. Advise every cracker to be intelligent, irrelevant. For all them fake camps that we ain't marching with. This clip that I got like holy water, I'm trying to throw it on you. You pledge your allegiance to them snakes, they turn for you on you. Pillhead / crash dumps, I keep it real with you. You told me you don't trust none of them niggas, and that's a real issue. I don't give a fuck, you wantin' beef for once you all did. That before they sign the same words that Paul said. Clip full of racist motherfuckers, it got bald heads. This shit that I got dumping in your ears like some skull heads. Why you trying to claim the same right that your man's dead? Y'all was sign lacking, main reasons why your God's dead. Always gotta keep one in the head before I go to bed. Fuck a DJ Khaled, this one West, this what God did, nigga. One West world. Nah, we coming, nigga. I'm tripping. Like the fuck up, you heard? Nah, we coming, nigga. I'm tripping. Like the fuck up, you heard? Nah, we coming, nigga. I'm tripping. Like the fuck up, you heard?
All right. Clap it up. Shalom Israel. With the Israelite School, Universal and Practical Knowledge, start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Commander General Yohana. All right, give a courteous salute to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatham. Courteous salute to all the sisters. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Latham, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. All right, today is Wednesday's Biblical Law class. All right, and the title of today is Choose God's Way. Right, not pagan ways. It's just very important that the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians come back to God's way. Right? We're looking for paradise. We're looking for freedom. We're looking for salvation. Well, the only way to those things is being obedient. So we have to know these laws, statutes, and commandments to be obedient. Right? In Christianity, they only teach that, it's only 10. Well, I pray that you understand that if you read the whole book of Leviticus within the chapters, those are all thou shalt and thou shalt nots. You can read in Deuteronomy, thou shalt nots, all through the scriptures. You understand? There's more than 10. So when Moses set forth with those 10, that was for the time that they was coming out of captivity, all right, through Egypt. So we have to abide by, if we're a farmer, you understand there's laws, statutes, and commandments. We have to abide by, you understand, marriage. There's marital laws. Whether you have 1 or 2 ribs. So like, hey, what's going on? Hey, Shalom Yabashta. What's going on, Officer Yagana?
Nothing. Just started the emergency right now.
No sweat, honey, your business. I'm in class.
I'm gonna jump on in a bit.
All right, that's a bet. Lord willing.
All right, Shalom.
All right, Shalom Yabashta. Already. Yeah, I was just breaking down, you know what I'm saying? There's more than 10 commandments to them. I wanna you got anything you want to add?
No, you got it.
Okay, no sweat. I'm gonna jump into this article before I get the first scripture. Right? Because coming in a few days, when is it? Saturday. A lot of us not gonna be worried about the Sabbath. You understand? We're gonna be worried about this pagan holiday called Valentine's Day. So let me make sure this on the screen. Yeah. All right. So it says, what is the real history of Saint Valentine and Valentine's Day? All right, let's get into a few paragraphs. We ain't gonna dive too heavy. All right, it says in the modern world, Valentine's Day often brings to mind romantic gifts, hearted shaped symbols, and sentimental expressions of love. Its deeper origins, however, lie in the story of a Christian martyr who lived during the later period of the Roman Empire. Over time, the feast day, right? They call this a feast day,
Like,
connected to his name and observed layers of religious tradition and literally invention that makes it very difficult to know the truth nature of the real Valentine, right? So I'm gonna just read this paragraph, right? It says during the brief region of the empire, Claudius, right, in Glacius, Glo, whatever his Greek name is, right? It's like who held power from AD 268 to 270. Saint Valentine reported worked as a priest in Rome. Good night. If you know they ain't in the UPK, they ain't no real priest. You understand?
right.
Later Christians sources claim that he performed marriage ceremonies in secret for Christian couples, which placed him in a direct opposition to imperial decrees against his practices. According to the later traditions, Claudius had banned young men from marrying in order to make them more willing to join the army. Hmm. You understand? Sounds a little zesty to me, right? But this is a claim that is lacking. You understand? AI has taken over all, listen, baby, all of the disgusting history of the Edomites. You understand? I couldn't even find the article where the Romans used to cut out each other's hearts and then give it to each other after the battle just to be like, I miss you. And then to represent the heart was, another man bending over in front of you. You did. So now we got to read articles like this that only give you pieces of the puzzle instead of direct meaning. I just want to show everybody how much we are being deceived today. You understand? And why it's so important that we separate from everybody else's history, right? Because our history is what's going to help you separate from being diabolical. You understand? Or being on the Epstein files. You understand? Or being at the P. Diddy parties, sharing cotton candy and baby oil. You dig? This holy Bible is what's going to help you separate from being abused. You understand? If you are being abused, like so much of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you need the proper counsel. You understand? To help destroy that generational curse. And so we're gonna get into these scriptures because these scriptures are mighty and can also help you through hard times. We're gonna get the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 30. All right, we're gonna let everybody get there. All right, and it reads, as for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried.
Lucky, I got it. My bad.
No sweat. The water.
All right. This is chapter Psalms, or this is Psalms chapter 18, verse 30. As for God, his way is perfect. The
Right?
word is
If I
go ahead.
could. As for the Most High and the Most High's power, it's perfect. You understand? There's no flaws. Go ahead.
The word of the Lord is tried.
It's going to be tried by wickedness, by sin, by imposters, by the heathen nations that want your seat. Go ahead.
He is a buckler to all those who trust in him.
All right, verse 31, Baba Shah.
Verse 31. For who is God save the Lord? Who is the rock save our God?
Mhm.
Verse 32. It is God that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect.
And that's something that we have to realize, man, and sing this type of song. We have to stop leaning onto our own understandings. Who in the hell said Valentine's Day is in the Bible? How is it a religious tradition? How is it a feast day? You understand? They got the word feast day from this holy Bible because they are imposters, just like the Jewish man, just like every other religion, imposters trying to sit in your seat, Israelites, if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. But if you are Israelite, you are to be perfect, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Mi negro, mi vato is excelente, to be perfect. Perfecto. Que dice perfecto. Right? And the Lord should girden you with the type of strength that he does with the men in the ISUBK. We are men of war. We're not men of Valentine's Day, men of Thanksgiving or Christmas. We are men of doing the will of the Lord. You understand? And that's what's going to make our ways perfect, by following the Most High's way instead of lowering our standards, because that's what we have done for so long. We have lowered our standards. Let me get the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 48. Baba Kushah.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Be
I don't think that's it. But we can get 37. That ain't the one I was looking for. Let me get verse 37 though, since we're right here.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 37. But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these.
You understand? We gotta yes be yes, and I know be no. So our yes should be being obedient, and I know should be anything else that goes against this Bible. Right? Your Christian pastors go against this Bible. Your Christian pastors go against Christ's word. You know, the law is play with. God loves everybody. It's okay to eat unclean foods. I mean, the list goes on. You understand? That wasn't what I was looking for. I don't know how that got into my precepts, but Most High in Christ, let your yay be a yay, your nay be a nay. So when Diddy get out of jail and he try to invite you to the Diddy parties, let your nay be a nay. Just say no. He's not gonna change. You understand? They're gonna let him out, and he's gonna continue to be a monster because that's what the oppressor showed him to do. The oppressor showed him how to celebrate Valentine's Day and July 4th. And now they're showing all the generations that are to come after you also. So it's up to the real men of God to tell you, let your yay be a yay and come under Command and General Yohana so that you can serve the Most High correctly, so you can understand who Jesus Christ really is, the King. You understand? The Lord and the Savior is going to wear many crowns. He's not going to wear the crown of Valentine's Day. You understand? Not going to wear the crown of being zesty. He's going to wear the crown as he came and still continue to be an austere man and showing us how to serve the Most High better and to be better brothers to each other and to be better sisters to each other. Let me make sure this is right. Ephesians chapter 4, Baba Kushah, in verse 32.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you.
You understand? Let that be a yay. Can you jump up one verse, Baba Kusha?
Verse 31. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice.
You understand? And that's how we are supposed to deal with each other. But you know, we can go and watch World Star and see black on black crime, black on brown crime, brown on brown crime. The scriptures say to be tender hearted, forgiving one another. So we got to come back and gather ourselves together because we are the nation that is not desired. You understand? We got brothers on the border from El Paso all the way to the Rio getting slammed by ICE. You understand? Women, men, and kids. So if we gather ourselves together and be in this one body and be on one accord with the Most High, then the Most High will be with us and protect us. You understand? Then Jesus Christ will return because he sees the proper foundation. And that's what he died for, a proper foundation for us to be tenderhearted and forgiving each other. And let our yea be a yea and our nay be a nay. You understand? Y'all got anything you want to chime in with? Romans 3. Nah, no sweat. All right, let me get the book. So I get the letter of Romans, chapter 3, verse 23.
Romans chapter 3, verse 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
You understand? All of us, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, have all fall short of the glory. You understand? But that's no excuse to continue. We have to repent. You understand? We have to do away with our wicked ways so that we can get crowns put on our head, so that we can be part of the 1/3 of the 144,000. So we have to stop being rebellious and so stiff-necked about it. You understand? We always want to be the toughest. Well, listen, there's always going to be somebody tougher than you. We always want to be the smartest. There's always going to be somebody smarter than you. So if we all come together, that will make the great nation of Israel rise. You understand? When a brother repents or a sister repents, that's when the angels rejoice. You understand? So we have to stop falling short, playing victim. You understand? We learned that from the oppressors, from the Edomites. They always want to play victim. Oh, what about the Holocaust? You understand? Or what about 9/11? No, what about slavery that is still modern day slavery? You understand? We're not playing victims. We are the victims. So we have to stop being victimizing people and come back into serving the Most High. So we can be corrected. So we can live in correction and proper rulership. You understand? That's what we fight for proper rulership. Instead of being the tail, it's time to start being the head. And what does the head do? It leads. So we have to lead these other nations also. You understand? They're not invited to the cookouts. They're not invited to the Passovers. But what they can do is kiss boots. You understand? What they can do is debunk their own pagan holidays. You understand? The Black Fridays and the Thanksgivings and the Christmases and the Tooth Fairies. There's no such thing. But we've all fell short of that. You understand? So now we have to gather ourselves back into the mind frame of being kings and priests, daughters of Zion and princesses. You understand? So this bridegroom can have a glorious throne when he returns. Because I'm gonna tell you like this right now, you understand? He's coming to clean up. Right? You ever seen a wet mop with bleach? It don't smell good. You understand? So our act hasn't been cleaned up yet. So it's not looking good. So we have to be polished. Once again, we have to go through that fire. Just as gold is tried, so are we. So let's try ourselves ourselves into being perfect and choosing God ways instead of the pagan ways, because that's the moral of the story. You understand? We tried everything else, so let's actually try serving the Most High. This always worked for us when we do. It has always worked. You can't tell me a time in the Bible when we were serving the Most High and it didn't work. It's not in the Bible, but it is in the Bible when we are disobedient, what the punishments are going to be. So we have to abide by the commandments because it's been commanded. It hadn't been asked, it's been commanded for us to choose life instead of death. Well, celebrating these pagan ways is death. I can assure you that. You understand? Like what do they say? Being a cocaine cowboy is death. Being a fentanyl abuser is death. You understand? Celebrating your birthdays is death. Those are all pagan ways. So let your yay be a yay. Your be a yay. Hey, like when it comes to being righteous and being wicked. Because everybody wants to be righteous. Because when somebody being wicked and you be like, that's wicked and that's evil, they're like, no, it's not. You understand? We know the difference. So it's time to start choosing the difference of being obedient and being righteous. All right. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9, Baba Shah.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart devises his way. What does that say right there, Tamakia?
Devise it.
Or does, all right, devise it his way. But the Lord, the directed his steps. Salakia, man, I'm on the 16:11.
Yeah, God, no sweat.
I was wrong, but hey, this verse caught me up. All right, let me read that again. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart devises his way, and the Lord directed his steps.
You understand? So your mind got to be on one accord with the Most High. David was a man after the Lord's heart. You understand? Did I say that right?
Yeah. David was a man after the Lord's own heart. Yep.
Right? So his mind was always with the Most High. The Lord was like, hey, King Saul ain't him no more. You about to be him. Khan. You understand? So when it comes to doing stuff, we gotta be kind out of one corners and get it done and bring that soil back wet, just like King David did. You understand? Like, good night. That boy chopped Goliath's head off after he swung that rock with that sling. You understand? And that's the mission that the men are in the ISUPK. In every city, in every zone, we here to wake up the dry bones. You understand? We here to teach the people that their identity has been stolen, that their masculinity has been abused, that their femininity has been abused. And we are not the modern day slaves anymore. The Lord is waking up his people because high time is near. You understand? Every generation has said that we are living in the last days. Well, we are seeing the end of the prophecies being fulfilled. The Euphrates River just dried up. You understand? The third woe is near. The big boom. Right? They call it the Big Bang because they know their rulership is coming to an end. It's going to be the Big Bang. America is on its last leg. No dynasty has survived over 250 years. Right. But Donald Trump is going to celebrate the 250 year this May. We already see his kingdom falling. You understand? He's now on the P files. right? He was just caught eating children. You understand? Chasing them around, manhunting them, cooking them, feasting on them, just as they did Nat Turner. They are still the same wicked nation. Nothing has changed. So why are we still following under their footsteps and their ways? We got to choose the Most High's ways, man. You understand? Or be thrust through along with them. You understand? Get dashed into pieces with your kids along with them. Because the Most High punishes kids too. You haven't read this Bible? Good night. All right. Drop that. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, Baba Kasha. I'm just speeding through a lot. You feel me? We're only going to be here about 30 more minutes.
Where you want to go to in the third chapter?
Let's go to verse 11.
Right. Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 11. And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel has justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Right? We got to stay on point with the Most High and do his will, man. Because Israel can't ever keep the Most High. You understand? The northern kingdom was Israel, and the southern kingdom was Judah. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Go and proclaim these words towards the north, and say, return thy backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, says the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever.
You understand? So in the Rio Grande Valley in El Paso, the black and brown, let me change that banner right quick. The black and brown have to unite. You understand? O nation not desired, gather yourselves together. Right? We're going to be celebrating the 57th annual Passover in Texas. For that. Bringing this together once again at the BH Ranch. So we gotta come back together. You feel me? And forgive each other. That's the most important thing right there. We have been at war with each other for so long. Well, let's try each other's spirits and being righteous. You understand? Instead of falling out with each other over a dice game, over some spades or some dominoes. You understand? Give your brother a chance. Hell, we done gave Donald Trump another term.
Yeah.
We done gave Joe Biden a turn.
Right.
Obama a turn. Give your brother a turn instead of a term. You understand? Oh, God, you got anything? Yeah, Most High Christ. Oh, y'all got anything you want to add? Because I'm gonna go pretty much down this chapter for a little minute, all the way down to the bottom, 25. Right. We can keep reading where we go. Where we was at.
Yeah. All right. 13. Only acknowledge the iniquity that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, save the Lord.
Right. So we gotta admit our wrongs. You understand? We have to be done with it because there's much work to be done, and that's what it's gonna take. Coming back to these statutes, these laws under the commandment of the Most High. You understand? Christ didn't come here and do his own thing. They tried to say that God was crazy. Like, nah, he let his nay be an A. You understand? But when it came time for him to bring back his brothers, his yay was a yay. That's why you could read in the book of Matthew, right? Chapter 1, verse 21, he only came to save his people.
Right.
You can read in the book of Matthew, also in the chapter 5. The law is not done away with. He came to fulfill, not to destroy the feast days or the prophets, right? He kept the same rank and order that was always passed down. So now people remember him today as a high priest. You understand? As a righteous brother with the most brotherhood you can ever imagine, with the most patience, the king of the Jews. You understand? And the Jews in that particular context is the whole 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Nobody's being flattened in the 12 tribes. You understand? 12,000 out of each tribe is going to get crowned. There's on 144,000. And I pray that I see you brothers. You understand? ISUBK with them crowns. Oh, go ahead. Most High Christ.
Yeah, you dropping a heavy out of one, so I want to pull a precept. Can I get Matthew 24, start at verse 1?
24 and 1.
Come on.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 1. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple.
Verse 2.
Verse 2. And Yahweh said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
So Christ is making it clear that all these buildings that you see, all these Muslim mosques, all these Christian churches, all these other fake Israelite groups that ain't with the ISUBK, Christ said he's going to tear all that down because Christianity has killed our people spiritually. I mean, they're in the valley of the dry bones because they don't have any life in them. Because we in the truth we look at them. What do we see? They think they got all the time in the world. Some of them want to change, but Christianity has washed them so much to where they think that they're gonna wait to the very, very last minute, just like the days of Noah. A lot of them believe, but they didn't want to change. But when that rain came and them doors shut, I believe you now. Open the door, let us in. That's gonna be the same thing in the coming of the Son of Man when he comes or whatever. Once those skies crack, it's not gonna be. You can't say that I'm sorry. You can't change what's your fate because it's already set. Salakia, are you?
No, damn right. Saying it's heavy, man. You understand? It's only gonna take 1 hour. like you ever been so anxious when somebody give you a toy? Give me that. You understand? Or you ever been so anxious when you get a new pair of keys from the dealership? Man, give me that. You understand? That's gonna be Christ taking back his throne. All these synagogues, all these Catholic mega churches, and in Christianity, all these Muslim mosques, right? And Hinduism and the Buddhism. That's like I said, Buddhism. Buddhism. They'll get thrown down. You understand? Yeah, man. It's gonna be glorious too. Salaki, we back in Jeremiah.
Yeah, Salaki, I just want to say something because what y'all saying, how you talking about when Christ returns, how these buildings are going to be thrust down, and all these things are going to happen. So I'm gonna go back right here to where we were in Jeremiah, right? Where it says Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 13. It says, only acknowledge thy iniquity that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God, and hast scattered thy ways to the stranger under every green tree. See, that's what we have to do. That's why there is all these Muslim mosques up in our neighborhood. That's why there's all these Christian churches. That's why there's all these Catholic churches. That's why all these things are able to exist, because us, the children of Israel, we went and scattered our way to, to all the strangers. We wanted to go and be like them. And Jeremiah says, "Take on not the way of the heathen," and that's exactly what we did. And that's why those things are plentiful. Those things, pastors are getting rich, and all that money could be coming into our nation. All that money could be brought to the place that it should be brought, and then the earth would be fixed. But
Right.
we're out there still going to all the ways of the stranger under every tree, under every green tree. That's what we still do today. Salaki.
Nah, damn right. Yeah, boy. Yeah. What's that, Craig?
Heavy.
Facts.
14.
Yeah, come on, verse 14. I don't even think I'm gonna finish unless Cap started like 8:15 or something.
Yeah, just close it out in time for Caps to be,
Yeah, come most of Christ. Damn right.
Verse 14, turn, O backsliding children, says the Lord, for I am married unto you.
Right, stop right there. Oh, backsliding children. You understand? That's you, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. The Most High is reminding you, I'm married unto you. You understand? Not these other nations. He's not married to these pagan holidays. The Lord ain't with New Year's Eve all the way through to Christmas. None of them. You understand? But he's married unto you. So that means stop being, what's another word for backsliding that I could use? Stop trying to backdoor the Most High. You understand? Because that's basically what it is. You being a traitor, right? You sliding with the ops. You sliding with the ops, kicking it with the ops. And the Most High is a jealous God. You understand? He's a jealous father with mercy. You understand? But that mercy can run out when you kindle a fire upon the Most High. He will send death angels to your front door. You understand? It might be you getting hit by a bus. It might be your car getting swiped off a bridge. It might be you drowning. It all depends on how he sends that death angel. You understand? So we have to stop being backsliding children. You understand? And be obedient children. And just choose God's ways. There ain't no other way. It's either the straight and narrow or you going abroad. And we all know what abroad is. You understand? Y'all know another word for abroad? I know you know I'm a small one. that boy was in class yesterday. You said the perfect word. You you know what another word for abroad is in the streets, Officer Yaganan?
Gone.
Go ahead and tell him, Mama Shot.
Bitch.
There it is. I was waiting.
Give him a hand for the courage.
Yeah. So when you go abroad from doing the Most High's ways, you are considered a bitch. You understand? Like the Most High calls even his children that are men daughters because we have been so much of abroad. You understand? So we just got to keep going in that straight way. And if you need help, Commander Junior Hunter is directing the way until Christ returns. You understand? Get in all black, do your 90 days, and shut the hell up so you can learn. You understand? Get your notebooks so you can have your precepts, and then you become a trooper. You understand? And then you're going to stay in all black until you take that officer test. Until you made sure enough that you have got all the bitch about you. You understand? Slacky.
Come on.
But yeah. Oh, go ahead, Baba Shah. On the rest, I am married unto you.
Yeah, yeah. And I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
You understand? And that's gonna be the new Jerusalem when Christ returns. So we just gotta be patient with ourselves and with each other until that time comes. We gotta put our feet to the ground and our boots to work. You understand? So these oppressors can stop abusing us and start licking up the dust of our feet. You understand? Oh yes. We might as well just finish out on this chapter and then we in class. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long.
Verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with the knowledge and understanding.
You understand? You are now witnessing the shepherds feeding the flock with universal practical knowledge. You understand? The Lord has given that to you to remind you who you are. You understand? We back in the fringes, back in the garments, back with the borders of blue, back with the mitris, the war scarves. You understand? The crowns and the shades with the boots and the braids. You understand? And we got my nigga Shamal one holding it down on the other side. You feel me? Yeah, my nigga Yaganan. Salaki, I forgot. Yeah.
Come.
Uh, let me see if I want to skip through. You could drop down to 17.
Verse 17. At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord.
You
And all
understand? That's gonna be the throne of the Lord. I'd be surprised if it's still called Earth. You feel me? Go ahead.
and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, to the name of the Lord, to Jerusalem. Neither shall they walk any more after the imaginations of their evil heart.
Right? The imagination of Cupid. You understand? The imagination of Fairy La La Land. The imagination of Mickey Mouse abusing kids. You understand? The imagination of good night. The list goes on. A turkey for a certain day where they slaughtered millions of Native Indians. You understand? A Santa Claus that ain't coming.
Follow.
Keep going.
Verse 18. In those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land I had given them an inheritance unto your father.
You understand? We was brought over here on slave ships, and now they call this North America. Well, there's gonna come a time where all of the heathens are gonna be gathered with us in Jerusalem for handmaids and for servants. You understand? And they are going to be under the rulership of a black man forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And that's going to be home. You understand? Because we have been stripped from our name. If you read the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 3, they have made the name of Israel no more. Now it's Jewish or Israeli or what Iranian. You understand? Hey, Sluggy, can one of y'all take over for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, God, I got it. Right? I'm gonna read this again. It said, in those days the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land I have given them for an inheritance unto your father. See, that's what's going to happen. Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we're going to be taken from all the four corners of the earth, from all where we were driven from, and we're going to go to the land that was inherited to our fathers, that was inherited to us. Verse 19. But I said, how shall I put thee among the children and give thee pleasant land and goodly heritage and host of nations? And I said, they shall call my father, and they shall not turn away from me. Verse 20. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, So have you dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, said the Lord. That's what we do. When we go and we serve these vain holidays, when we go and we serve these traditions of men, we are dealing treacherously with the Most High. It's like having just a horrible wife. That's what the Lord equates it to. And if you ever had a horrible woman in your life, then you will understand how the Lord feels when we do the things that we do. Because what we do is it's treachery, right? It's treacherous to the Lord. That's how we deal with Him. We don't have no love and no compassion and no care. We just want everything. We just want to call on Him and get everything we want, and that's it. And we don't give a damn about anything else, right? Verse 21, it said, a voice was heard upon the high places, weeping and supplications of the children of Israel, for they have perverted their way, and they have forgotten the Lord their God. How have we forgotten the Lord thy God? Because we've forgotten the laws, the statutes, and the commandments of the Lord thy God. That's why. That's why. That's why we are in the condition that we in. That's why 21 it says that a voice was heard upon the high places, weeping in supplication for the children of Israel, for they have perverted their ways. That's why there has to be a cry for us. There has to be a cry for us because we have perverted our way. Verse 22, return ye backsliding children, and I will heal your backsliding. Behold, we come into thee, for thou art the Lord our God. That's how you're going to fix your problem. You're going to have to come in here. The monkey said that earlier. You're going to come in here, get it all black, and, and change, right? Are you back, Rebecca? Oh, my bad, man. I'm over here. Like,
Perfect. What I want.
I'm at 23.
Now let me get 22 again, Bakusha.
All right, Most High Christ, verse 22. Return ye backsliding children, and I will heal your backsliding. Behold, we come into thee, for thou art the Lord our God.
Right. So now we gotta be competitive at who can get out of Christianity the fastest, who can get out of Catholicism the fastest, who can put down the Louis Farrakhan acts and get out of being a Muslim, who can stop being Hindu and Baptist and Buddhist and come into the truth. You understand? Because if you're not in the truth, you in the way. You understand? We got UPK warriors out here demolishing every debate. You understand? We got classes and we are demolishing every scoffer that comes in the way of this truth getting to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. So we got to stop being backsliding bastards. You understand? It's no sweeter way to put it. You understand? This ain't no Valentine's Day special. You ain't getting it sweet. You gonna get it rough, rugged, and raw with the truth. You understand? And guess what? By you stop being a black backsliding children, this truth is gonna make you free. You understand? This truth is gonna stop the depression. It's gonna stop the abuse. You're not gonna be worried about looking over your back because you done took another homie's corner. You're not gonna be looking over your shoulder because you done robbed your closest partners. You understand? This is a place where you can stop being sliding children in the Israelite school on universal and practical knowledge under Commander General Yohana. You understand? Because he's holding the torch just as well as Noah did, just as well as Jeremiah did, right? Moses. Who else we got? We're gonna just go down the list. You understand? We got King David, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah. You feel me? Nehemiah, Micaiah, Habakkuk, Zechariah, Zephaniah. Each and every last one of these prophets, man. Commander Junior Hunter is giving the right spirit back to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians through our history. You understand? What we call is Black History Month. Where every time you open up the Bible, it is talking about Black and brown history. So what the hell are they talking about? You understand? They only want to have a piece of chocolate to a white woman because they know that in the law, that white woman could never have a piece of chocolate. You understand? So we gotta stop laying with they dogs. Stop sleeping with these heathen nations. Right? That's pagan ways, jungle fever. You understand? And just deal with each other. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? We got the best slab shows. We got the best food. Got the oxtails, the tacos, the tamales. You feel me? The chicken. Good night. Bam. The good old turkey legs. You understand? The goat. Can't nobody do it like us. But they want to act and hold these Bible scriptures as if it's theirs. Well, let me tell you something. It's a federal offense to open up somebody else's mail. And that's what these other nations have done. They want to replace you. You understand? It's time to start choosing people that look just like you, act just like you, and dress just like you. Grow out your beards. You understand? It's time to start being a man. Put on those beautiful dresses, sisters. It's time to start being a woman. No goddamn studs. You understand? What do they call it? Bull daggers? I don't even know if I can say that. Slakia, YouTube. You understand? Being alternative lifestyles. That ain't our culture. That ain't our custom. That's a part of being a backslider. You understand? Stop sliding with the ops. That's the pagan ways and the traditions of men. We got our own holy convocations. You understand? If you watching and you really want to get to know these scriptures and the people of these scriptures, then come join us. See us face to face. We got a feast day coming up in March, the Feast of Purim. That's biblical. All these other holidays aren't biblical. Easter, can't no bunny rabbit lay an egg. You understand? I don't want to be the dead horse. Y'all see anything in the chat? Oh yeah, I see something in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and jump off this joint, man. And if y'all want, I can do a part 2 to this joint. So if anybody got the security announcements, Bob Shop. I don't know if y'all still with me.
I don't got them, man.
No sweat. Let me go to them. You want me to send them to you, or you just need me to read it?
I mean, you can send it to me. I'll read it.
All right, I'm gonna get the Lord's prayer too after this.
All right.
All right. The water.
Thank Christ. Blurry, but all right. We're the ISUPK. Started at a 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to show themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother and sister. There's another 6 months where the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brothers and sisters will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayashra. 10% of every penny or increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Upcoming holy convocation is... Where is it at?
It's like it's at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, Purim. That's right. Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's March. Tuesday, 3rd. Monday, the 2nd. And March, and Tuesday, the 3rd of March, 2022. Find this in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Okay? If anyone must become a teacher in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, pass the class back over to Preaching Officer 500, the Mach.
Ready the water. All right. We're gonna Panya Hakwadam means start, turn, face the east. We get the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. All right, Abanawa. Shabashamayim. Kodash, Haya. Shamakah, Yahweh. Malak, Wakah, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Asha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Wa, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kabawatinawa, Kaslaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'a, Dabahayanawa, Banasana Wan, Bal, Haisayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, Laolamyum, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever so be it. All right, we're going to give a courteous salute to the men. Barak, Yahaba Shem Yahushua Barakathon. Courteous salute to all the sisters. Barak, Yahweh Shamar Latham Bashim Yahushua. With that, this is like School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Biblical Law class. Class dismissed.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.